Good morning, everybody. And the other side. circles. And reverse. And shoe circles. And reverse. And ping circles. And reverse. And reverse. And pole the boat. And block. I've been trying to think of a way to explain this move a little better than I have in the past. And what came to my mind is how you use the energy in your hands. there's kind of two ways to do this, the right way and the wrong way. The wrong way is to lift the stick up by can you hold this a minute? By using the energy in the top of the hand. So you're lifting it up, but that's not what you do. What you do is use the energy in the heel of the hand, right here, and you push it up. You don't pull it up, you push it up. Right? You push it up. Push. Good. And good. Okay, you can put away your sticks. Head turns. And center, and right ear up. And relax, and left ear up. And relax, and right ear again. And relax. And cross the hands on the chest, raise the chin. And relax, drop the chin to the chest, tuck it in and raise the back of the neck. And relax, cross the hands on the chest again, raise the chin. And relax, and drop the chin to the chest, tuck it in and raise the back of the neck. And relax, back to center, head rolls. And down to center and reverse. And down to center and back up, forward spinal wave. And reverse. And good. Bicycle the quad. And reverse. And good. And reverse. And good. And the windmill. And good. And squats, starting on the left leg. And then the right leg. And the left leg again. And the right leg again. And prayer position. Okay, hands on the knees, up slowly. Keep your head down a moment. Okay, so we have been working on the Qigong series, the relaxation series, and I sent you all a, what did I send him? I sent him a document. I sent you all a document today.
Here, honey.
Wake up.
Yes.
I sent you all a document today with the names of the 8 moves that we've decided to do. We decided last year to do those 8 moves. And we've done 3 of them so far. So maybe this week we'll finish them all up, but I thought today we would add 1 more in, which will get us halfway. And then tomorrow we'll do all 4 of those in a row. If you do all 8, it essentially takes most of the hour to do that. But 4 is not too bad, it's about 20 minutes. So we did cleansing exercise and charging exercise, that's the first one. Then we did yin and yang harmony, right, which is really about harmonizing the left and right side of the body, the upper and lower part of the body, that is the shoulders and the hips.
And the right and left side of the brain.
Yes, everything, all right, harmonizing everything. And then we did bear paws, all right, which is up toward the center and then down, pung on one side, and then on, and pung and on, pung and on, pung and on. And what that does is it gives you a chance to work your core. So the core that runs from the top of the head, actually the Ba-Wei acupuncture point, not just quite on the top, but a little bit toward the back, and down through the spine to the perineum. Annie was asking me the other day what channel that is, and technically it's the Zhongmai channel. Zhong means central, and Mai means channel, so it's the central channel. You can think of it as the spine. It's actually toward the front of the spine. I've always kind of thought of it as all 3 of the vertical channels. So the Renmai in the front, the Zhongmai in the middle, and the Dumai in the back. But technically, the center core is the Zhongmai. And the action of the Zhongmai, there are many actions you can do, but one of the main actions is to close and then to open, to close and to open, to close and to open, to close and to open. So this exercise is an exercise in closing and opening. I'm opening more on the right side, right? Now I'm going to close on the right side while I open on the left side. It's a little tricky, right? But if you just let your body do it, rather than trying to do it, just let your body do it and watch, right? Open on the right side, close on the left. Open on the left side, close on the right. So, you know, when you just walk by and see someone doing these exercises in the park, they look so simple. But if you actually know what the exercise is, it's quite tricky. It's actually very easy to do if you just relax and don't try to do it, but rather just sort of do the outer physical motion and watch what happens in your body, because it'll happen naturally. These are not Taoist dogmatic exercises that are imposed upon the body. They're exercises for the body that were developed through observation. What is it that the body actually does? Well, oh, it does this. Okay, then we'll develop an exercise to exercise that.
Quick question.
So that's bear paws. Today we're going to work on a third exercise. Actually, these first three exercises, yin and yang cycles, bear paw, and the one we're going to do today, are a series. So they're closely related, and they look closely related physically, but they're very different on the inside. So what we're going to do today is called the Emperor's Cartwheels. I don't know if you've ever seen a piece of Chinese art. They had harvest wagons, really big wagons with gigantic wheels, not four wheels, just two wheels. Right? And the wheels were this high. So that's what you're doing, is you're going to have your arms on either side trace out the circles of the wheels. And reverse.
Oh, I like that one.
So if you've ever seen, there are still carts like that around in the world, and if you've ever seen a video of one of these carts, they're not like modern cars where the wheels and the carriage, that is the structure that holds the wheels, are very rigid. These are not rigid, right? The wheels kind of move and turn like this, and the whole wagon, right, is very flexible. And they did that on purpose because they were out in the fields. and it's very rough. And even the roads were just dirt and usually deeply rutted. They're very rough, so the cart was made to be flexible on purpose so that it didn't sort of shatter from all the stuff it was going through. All right. Okay, now hopefully you notice we're not going toward the center this time. Now we're going out on this side and this side. Doesn't matter whether you're going reverse or whether you're going forward, right? You're actually in line with where the hip joints are. They're not out here, they're in here. And if you go up, you'll come up to what are called the shoulder wells, all right? So those are the 4 joints that you're exercising, and you really shift your weight, all right? And that's going to make the cart seem very flexible. It should, anyway. So, just like in the exercise we did before, there's a degree of opening and closing the body. So I'm opening the body on this side while I'm closing it on the other side. But that's actually rather minor. The major thing that's going on is the microcosmic orbit. Anybody who's done yoga will have heard of the microcosmic orbit. It's just the orbit that goes around the trunk itself. So it goes either direction, but let's take it in the front direction. You start at the perineum, come up the back, go over the top of the head, and then down the front and back to the perineum. Or you can run it the other way. Up the front, over the top of the head, down the back, back to the perineum. In other words, it's a giant circle. Right? And that's the major thing you're exercising. So why do they call this the Emperor's cartwheels? Jill, why do they call these the Emperor's cartwheels?
Because only an emperor would own such a big cart.
Because it's the biggest cart, right? The Emperor has the biggest cart. So you want these circles to be big. There are many exercises that are very much like this. It's not this one, right? It's big. Now, it's not hyperextended. You're not hyperextending like this, but you are letting yourself be big. In reverse. Okay, so Annie said something a minute or two ago when we did the first reverse cartwheels. You said that you liked it.
Oh,
That you
yeah.
liked it,
I
right?
really like the back.
Why did you like the reverse one?
Oh, because I'm in the water doing the backstroke. I'm in the ocean.
So she's
I'm laying on my back, looking up at the blue sky.
so she's got swimming energy doing this, and that's fine. Whatever imagery comes up. I mean, obviously they were using imagery, the emperor's cartwheels, but if you instead, if you get onto swimming, yeah, that's great. It's the emperor's swimming pool. And reverse.
I can really feel it in my ribs in the front.
So Annie's saying she can really feel it in her ribs. If you pay attention, you'll see different parts of the body reacting to this in different ways. Don't forget, this is actually a relaxation exercise. In a way, you actually have to do a lot of work to do this, but it should be very gentle and very relaxed. So watch my hands. My hands are totally relaxed. I mean, they're just limp, right? I'm using my body to do this. And there's only about 1% in my hands. And I'm really letting my weight shift all the way to the right and to the left. Right? So it's kind of like swinging. And if you get into the exercise, it's actually very relaxing. Right? And my hands are really tingling right now. And
Yeah,
you
mine are
see
too.
the tips of my fingers are all
Especially
bright red.
the middle finger.
And what you may find with this exercise, as well actually as all the other exercises, if you really relax into this, and we'll do this on a regular basis, is you'll start to get spontaneous joint adjustments, especially in the spine. So you're sort of doing this, and you're hardly doing anything. You're very relaxed, and you'll feel pop 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 pop, and you'll get 5 or 6 of your vertebrae popping, right? And it's just because you're relaxing. Instead of holding yourself stiffly to do something, you're just relaxing, letting it happen. Okay, so these first 3 exercises, all right, yin and yang harmony. You're harmonizing left and right, up and down, in and out, very relaxed. Second movement, bear paws to the center. You're really working on the center core channel, the Chongmai, opening and closing it at the same time. And the third one, the Emperor's cartwheels. Just relax, let your weight shift forward. All right, microcosmic orbit, up the front, down the back, up the front, down the back. So you're actually coming up the front and going down the back at the same time. So tomorrow we'll do those first 4 moves a little more formally without all the talk. We'll just do the first 4 moves with a little meditation in between each of the moves. And then the rest of the week we'll fill in the other moves. All right? Then Saturday we'll do the whole routine. Okay. All right. Do Ling. And touch the earth. And close your pores. Salute our masters. And salute your classmates. Thank you, everyone. Guys, have a great day. We will see you tomorrow morning. Ciao.